Welcome to Silicon Bites. Here's a short episode of breaking news. There's been a blast at a Russian chemical factory, thought to be a key facility for chemicals manufacture for munitions. On October 18th, a deadly blast at a Russian chemical/munitions factory in the Russian Republic of Bashkortostan, the city of Sterlitamak. What happened? Why does it matter? And what does it tell us about Russia's war machine, its vulnerabilities, and how Ukraine is exploiting them? According to the Moscow Times via AFP, the regional head said 3 people were killed in an explosion, 5 were wounded, 2 of them in serious condition at a chemical plant in Russia's Republic of Bashkortostan. The Avangard factory, located in the city of Sterlitamak, produces weapons and ammunition for Russia's war in Ukraine. As I say, that's Moscow Times. Reuters gives further detail. 3 people were killed and 5 injured at a blast in the Avangard explosives plant in the city of Sterlitamak, Bashkortostan region. The Avangard plant manufactures industrial explosives and dismantles ammunition. The government denied it was a Ukrainian drone strike and said forensic experts were investigating. Well, this is a standard denial, partly directed at external propaganda, but also, one suspects, to try to defer the wrath of the Kremlin at allowing a strike to get through and to take out such a key facility. The factory is described as carrying out important state-mandated missions and handling explosive materials. Again, we refer here to a Moscow Times story. The location is revealing. It's located deep inside Russia. Bashkortostan is far, far from the immediate front, deep inside the Russian interior. Factories like Avangard are part of the war machine's logistics and supply backbone, producing explosives, ammunition, industrial propellants, maybe components for artillery and rockets. When one of these goes down or is damaged, it signals extreme vulnerability of Russian territory away from the front lines. The Moscow Times noted that the plant produces weapons and ammunition for Russia's war in Ukraine. The strike will hopefully cause disruptions that reduce Russia's capacity to sustain offensives, reinforce heavy weapon stocks, and replace losses. It also signals that Russia's deep logistic and industrial systems are reachable and at risk from Ukrainian strikes. The Russian government publicly denied a drone strike, as we've said. Reuters quotes him denying that it was caused by Ukrainian drones, but the context is interesting. A month prior to this, Ukrainian drones struck in the same region an oil refinery run by Gazprom. At the time, the Moscow Times flagged that Ukrainian drones on September 18th hit a Bashkortostan oil refinery. The proximity in time and location suggests that Ukraine is actively targeting Russia's industrial and logistical rear sectors. As we've said many times, this is now a war of attrition in every sense. But that does not just encompass soldiers and equipment at the front. It includes energy supplies, the economic base of each country, plus its factories, production lines, logistics, fuel, repair, spare parts, components. The West must back that by providing intelligence, precision strike capability, and logistics to Ukraine. The goal is to raise the cost of war for Russia, reduce its ability to sustain that war, shift the balance, and change the narrative. Putin must understand he can lose. He must realize he will suffer a strategic defeat and face devastating costs for continuation of the war. If Russia's industrial base can be degraded and its hydrocarbon-dependent economy destroyed, then negotiations from strength become possible.
Бажаємо міцного здоров'я. Ми бійці батальйону безпілотних систем Black Raven 93-ї бригади Холодний Яр виконуємо бойове завдання на Константинівському напрямку в Донецькій області. Для їх успішного виконання наш підрозділ має потребу в пікапах для виїзду особового складу на позиції, евакуації, своєчасного підвозу боєприпасів, дронів та обладнання в район ведення бойових дій. Звертаємося до YouTube-спільноти Silicon Curtain та Джонатана особисто з проханням допомогти підтримати збір, а також до Car for Ukraine та Бандеромобіль з проханням допомогти з купівлею, підготовкою та доставкою авто на фронт. Слава Україні!
Героям слава!